So, in honor of this week of mourning, I am decided to honor my family and my country. And in honor of my mother, Marion, an only child who joined the Marines during World War II to help our country, I mourn you, Mother. And in honor of my father, Harold, who, at 15, joined the Merchant Marines and was shot off the coast of Trinidad before he was 16. And then he then joined the U.S. Marine Corps and became active in World War I and after, and then in Korea. I honor you, Daddy. I honor my brother. I have 4 brothers, 3 of them who were in the service. My brother Dennis and my brother William, who served in the Vietnam era. And I honor my brother Harold Jr., who served afterwards. I honor my husband's family, Uncle George, who got the Bronze Star and the Silver Star in World War II, his brother Ernie, who served all the way to Vietnam, World War II and everything, and then his Uncle Al, who was in World War II and Korea, and he was killed in Korea. I honor my nephew, who is in active duty now, and all the men and women who have fought for our country, thinking we were a democratic republic, but instead we've become an oligarchy. I feel that we Americans have been remiss in allowing our indigenous people, who I honor. We're taking away the Native Americans' rights, their citizenship, and their land still. And I honor the Black community because we are continuously destroying their reputations, their lives, and everything. I honor those that we treated so horribly, such as the Japanese, the Irish. Of course, we committed genocide with the Native Americans and with the blacks and with the Irish and with other populations who immigrated here. And I honor all those immigrants, the Hispanic, Muslim, anybody who is what this country is made of, because we're mixed media. Our country is full of people of all races and all genders, and you know, who the hell has the right to tell a gay, LBGB, trans, that they don't exist? We have states now that are taking away their actual existence. Give me a break. And I do not honor any of these fake Christians and all these other people who think they're better than anybody because they're not even near. Oh, I honor all the Jews who have been treated so horribly for forever. I honor the Muslims, the Sikhs, all religions other than the fake ones. And I know every religion has its group of fanatics. Those I don't honor. I've been in mourning. Tomorrow my daddy will have been gone forever. I became a child without a father at 13. I also honor all those who are seniors, all those that are disabled, all those that are different, and our society has decided they have no value. And I mourn the loss of my country that it's become no longer a democratic republic. As Ben Franklin said, it's a republic if we can keep it. Instead, we have allowed 1% of the population to control us, and we've allowed the Russians to interfere. So people who think English is the only language here in the United States, get a life. We aren't speaking English, we speak American. And American is so many combinations of languages. Get in a dictionary sometime, people. Figure out that, you do not understand that we are not one people. We are multiple people who have multiple input. And we need to get our heads out of our butts. I honor all of those. My God, if my husband's family hadn't immigrated, and on top of being treated like crap in Canada and the United States because they're Native American and they were French Canadian, I wouldn't have my husband. I honor the immigrants that come here for a new life. I had Irish immigrants that escaped all the violence and that in Ireland. I have German immigrants that were here in 1700. They were Dunkards. They were anti-war, but they did feed our soldiers and everything. I have English, so I am embarrassed that the white population thinks they are better than any other color, when in reality, according to all the DNA experts now, everybody has proven we all came from Africa, folks. So we're all black, all brown, we're all yellow. For God's sakes, do you people have any idea what you have done? You have made the United States of America an absolute joke. You have destroyed the 231 years since the Constitution was ratified. You have destroyed all of the heritage of getting away from a king and an oligarch, and you've thrown us right back into it. You are absolutely, without a doubt, the biggest idiots I have ever seen. And don't ever tell me that we need God for the Congress and blah 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 blah. Yeah, look, we got all the fake Christians going here. These are the same people who are telling the gays they're no good, the Native Americans they're no good, that women don't have a right to their bodies, who are telling the people who are seniors who paid into their Social Security that it's an entitlement. Yeah, it's entitlement, folks. When you pay into something, you're entitled to get it back. This is not what the word entitlement means to them. And the other thing is you have senators and representatives and a president who's pedophiles, rapists, crooks. I mean, we've got Moscow Mitch who's taking money from Russia, and his wife, who is a cabinet member, is getting paid. So we're like double paying this guy and his family. They're taking money from everywhere and not putting it in anywhere. You know those poor people in cages down South in Texas and Mexico. Do you understand that we took their country from them? We took the Hispanic country back in one of the many wars we had, 1812. We've taken, the one with the Alamo. We are always taking, but we're not giving. We take. We took away the Native American lands. They're the indigenous people here, so if anybody needs to be kicked out, it's every white person in this country. Every white, not black, not brown, not yellow, not green, not purple, not fuchsia, whatever color you want to be, the whites. The whites are the immigrants. The whites are the ones that took the country and shattered it. We stole. We're thieves. And I'm embarrassed and I mourn that fact because my family came over. They came over on the Mayflower. I've got evidence of it. And we're one of the first that took away the land from the Native Americans. And if anybody thinks the Puritans were these holier-than-thou Christians, get a life, do your history. They were abusive, they killed people, they murdered women who they thought were witches, which had nothing to do with it. They just wanted their own tyranny. So, as a historian and a genealogist, I have to tell you, if you go back and you read the old books, and you read the newspapers, even of the 1700s, we have battled to have a free country. Now, we could still do it if we would let the money people realize that they don't control us. But we are so uneducated in our society. We don't look at what happened to the Native Americans. We don't look at where we completely committed genocide in many states. And Oklahoma is again trying to take them away. The Dakotas are taking away the Native Americans' rights. Come on, people. These people were here before we even knew this was a country or land. Look at what we did to the poor Chinese. We bring them all over here, build all of our railroads, and then we kick them all out, and they had to go back to a country that they were killed in. Look at what we're doing to the Japanese who were here multiple generations. We took their land, we took their money. We didn't have any problem with that. And we even took the young men and put them into our war and had them fight. They didn't have to. They could have just stayed, but they chose to. What is it that you people think that one religion is better than another? There's no such thing. If you really look, and by the way, don't forget, the Bibles were written by men who were in power at the time, so they're slanted towards whoever was in power. If you put 10 Bibles together, there's 10 different definitions. And by the way, what the hell is the thing with picking on the Jews? What have they ever done to you? They haven't done a damn shit thing. All we've done is kill them generation after generation. And what have the Muslims done to you? I can't believe... And the Sikhs, come on. And what about the Buddhists? They're not violent. What is the matter with you people in this country? It is not the United States of America. You are becoming Russia. So if you want a language that is supposed to be the main language here, okay, folks, learn Russia. Because as long as you've got these Republicans who are controlled by Russia and who are letting this president do whatever he wants to do, commit fraud, thievery, murder, who knows what all he's pulled off, then you better learn Russia, because I got news for you. This is not an English country anymore. This is not America. And there's nothing wrong with learning French, because we have a country that has French as a border, or Spanish, which we have Spanish, a country that's Spain. In Europe, they have, most of the Europeans know 3 to 4 languages because they respect the other countries that they're surrounded by. But we have got somehow in our thick skulls, we have decided, and I mean decided, that we're better than anybody else. And I got news for you people. You put your pants on the same way as everybody else. There's a whole theory about opinions. Everybody has one, and they're like assholes. Some smell better than others. So I'm telling you, I'm furious. I am so mad. that you allow these representatives to stay in our Congress, that you allowed the Senate to stay there, and you guys did not. You think Trump is important. He's not. He's just a big loser. He's the biggest loser. He has filed bankruptcy so many times it's crazy. He has shorted people their pay. He is the biggest loser, folks. So here's my thought. If you really think you're an American, find out what went on. Don't just believe YouTube, which is about as crappy as you can get. And do me a favor.